Elliott. UFC now holds number 1, 2, and 3 highest gate record of all time at the Casella Center. Fight of the night was the main event. Volkan Lopez. The performance of the nights went to Paddy Pimblett and silver. They all won $50,000. Congratulations to them.
Tim? First of all, we'll start with the main event. Incredible performance by both guys.
Yeah.
But Volkanovski, everyone's talking about his age, his chin. For him to come out and look basically as good as he ever has, give us your thoughts on his performance.
Yeah, I thought he looked incredible tonight. I don't ever remember Volk not having a good chin, and he's really not that old.
Were you surprised at how many shots, big shots, Diego was able to take and keep coming?
Yeah, fascinating thing, Niner, one of the production guys, was telling me during the fight that that Lopez was 5 inches taller, but only had a 1-inch reach advantage or something like that. Because I was surprised that Diego wasn't throwing more jabs and trying to stay on the outside and use his reach advantage a lot more. But it was a good fight. Both guys, dug deep, battled.
Obviously, look, whoever wins, wins, but for Volkanovski to win and become champion again, we remember how active he was when he first held the belt. For you personally, is it just cool that you have a guy who you can rely on anytime you need a champion to step up and fight?
Yeah, I mean, we don't have that many problems with guys, but there's no doubt about it that Volkanovski was one of the best ever. I mean, guys like him and Pereira, and they're always ready to fight and always willing to step in and do whatever it takes.
Paddy Pimblett, what a performance, pretty much every question you could ask about that guy now answered. Being one of the best in the division, Michael Chandler. Give us your thoughts on his performance. What do we do with Chandler now and everything about that fight?
Yeah, people keep counting him out, but he keeps looking better and better and better every time he shows up. Yeah, Paddy Pimblett showed tonight that he is the real deal. Beating Michael Chandler and beating him the way that he did, I don't know how you can doubt the kid more.
It would seem likely that next fight out, he's going to get a big name opponent, right? Probably that would be the one that put him into title contention.
Tonight was a pretty big name opponent too. But yeah, he's in that spot now where he's going to be fighting top guys. Yeah.
Let's ask you one more question outside of tonight. It seems like the GFL is maybe dead on arrival. They were unable to put on their first events. I don't know anything about your thoughts about them, but do you ever look at the business of MMA? And is it a bit of a concern to you that sometimes these promotions are not able to give fighters a place to go after they're done in the UFC, or give them a place to go instead of the UFC? Does it concern you that the business of MMA suffers without these other promotions doing well?
Yeah, I don't know enough about the GFL to really speak on it. But this is, it's a lot harder than it looks. It's a lot harder than it looks. I don't know what else to say about that. I don't know enough about it.
Yeah. So do you, when these new promotions pop up, say they're changing the game, say they're going to do all this new stuff and pay the fighters more and all that, we saw it with Triller, we now see it with GFL, it seems to happen fairly regularly. Do you just not even pay any attention to it at this point?
None. That's why I don't know a lot about it. Literally none. I don't look at, obviously anywhere where these guys can go and make money either on their way up or on their way down is a great thing, but I don't even pay attention to any of that stuff anymore.
Dan, right here. I guess there's a video of Paddy and Colby Covington getting into it.
Yeah, I just heard that on the way in here.
You don't know what that was all about?
It happens all the time back here, though.
Pretty great performance from Yair Rodriguez. So some people online think maybe Pitbull just kind of froze under the UFC lights, especially in that first round. I don't really think he threw anything. So what did you make of that fight as a whole?
Yeah, I thought it was a good fight. And there's no doubt about it. I mean, you guys have heard me talk about it for years. The jitters, no matter where you've been or what you've done, you think you're going to come here and it's going to be the same. It's not. I'm not sure if that happened to him tonight. You'd have to ask him, but I thought it was a good fight.
Pretty big star-making performance from John Silva. He even said that he thought he was carrying the promotion for this entire card throughout the week, had some of the biggest reactions. I'm curious what you made of his performance against Bryce Mitchell.
Yeah, I expected a lot from that fight. I'll tell you what I'll say about Bryce Mitchell. You know what happened, and he's a grown man. He stood his ground, came out and faced the media several times, came in here and fought, and I'm sure a lot of putting tonight in the cage, he felt like his back was against the wall, and stood up like a man and he fought and did his thing.
John Silva was back here. He asked me to ask you this. His goal is to get married to his partner in a church, and he offered to make you the best man at his wedding if you would pay for the wedding singer.
Wait a minute. So, he wants to marry his partner
In a church, and he offered to make you
I'm the best man if I pay for it.
pay for the wedding singer. Apparently there's some Brazilian singer he wants that is out of his price range. He asked me to pass the message on.
I'm gonna need more information on this, but I'm probably in.
There was a couple strange stoppages on the prelims for two different reasons. Obviously, the Dan Ige, Sean Woodson, and then the Darren Elkins, Julian Rosen. I'm curious if you saw those two.
I didn't see that one. I saw the end when they were, when Elkins was getting up and they were, my room was madness tonight. But I agreed that the Ige fight was stopped too soon.
Amanda Nunes made big waves saying that she wanted to come back. She did a scrum backstage, apparently saying she does want the winner of Kayla Harrison and Juliana Pena. I'm curious, did she tell you this ahead of time before?
No, at the press conference when I pointed to her, she said yes.
Obviously, Aaron Pico, big signing. You've been talking about him for a long time. What are your plans with him? Because he thought he was going to fight Movsar. I guess he's not fighting Movsar, and he wants a big name, obviously. But I guess what are your plans with Aaron Pico?
Yeah, we're working on it. I mean, the last couple of years, we brought in some new guys, Pitbull tonight, and I know that the guys have been really excited about him. They've been really excited to get him in here, and we'll probably figure that out on Tuesday.
Daniel right here.
Yep.
I believe the ESPN negotiation window ends Tuesday, right?
Right.
So just curious, as we go into that and you're like surveying the options and everything, like what kind of mindset are you taking into that and like how to level up the product, right? Because that's always been the case with every new TV deal. Is it more events, less events, different types of things? Is there any insights you can share?
No, it's a great question. I mean, when the window opens, we'll obviously start, talking to lots of different people, and we'll see what the options are out there. We've said this every time. There could be a time when we end up on several different networks like sports, like all those sports do. I like ESPN, and I've said it many times. We had a bit of a rocky start, which is normal in any relationship, but we're in a great place with ESPN. Whether we re-sign with them or do not, I have nothing but great things to say about my time at ESPN.
When you think ahead, do you want to stick to the same schedule format, 43 events a year?
I don't know. It depends on what ESPN or wherever else we go is looking for. Most of the times when you do these deals, you're catering to what the network needs. Plus, they'll have other programming, other sports that they need to, that they're already committed to at certain times and seasons and whatever it may be. So it always changes.
Yeah, there's been
It doesn't matter to me. It doesn't matter to me.
Right. There's been like the various, I guess, reporting out there from kind of like media reporting outlets saying the price tag you guys are looking for is $1 billion a year. Is that something you can confirm? That would be
Sounds good to me.
And the past 2 years, during this week, the International Fight Week headliner has been announced. We don't have that yet. Are you guys pretty close to getting that? I think a lot of people are excited to maybe see Hamzat Chimaev in a title fight. Is there any chance he's being looked at?
That would be fun. Tuesday.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Danny right here.
Yeah.
Michael Chandler's now 1-5 in his last 6, but he's always been exciting and a fan favorite. What do you make of his performance tonight?
And he's always in the fight. I mean, he's always in the fight. Tonight was a big night for Paddy Pimblett. People, like we were just talking about, people have been doubting Paddy Pimblett every single fight he fights, and he's undefeated in the UFC. But Chandler's like our Arturo Gatti, man. Every time that guy goes in, you know you're in for a good fight. You know it's going to be a war. You don't know whether he's going to win or lose.
Can you speak to the depth of the featherweight division? John Silva, we're talking about his performance. He's not even ranked right now. We have Volk, we have Lopez, we have Yair. Like, this is a very stacked division.
Well, Silva he'll be ranked after tonight.
Definitely. Is this deeper than it's possibly ever been?
I feel like it all keeps getting better and better. Yeah.
Earlier this week, there was a news story that broke about the Ali Act potentially being amended by UFC TKO with the memo being sent in. Speculation ran wild as to what that could be. Can you talk to that a little bit?
I'd rather not. Thanks for asking.
Last question.
Yeah.
Do we have a date or a time period when TKO boxing will launch?
Yeah, we still got a lot of work to do. I haven't even come up with a name yet. It's not gonna be TKO Boxing, that's just like a placeholder. I gotta do that this week too. I got a lot of work to do before I really start talking about that.
Dana Jerry. Just to follow up on the broadcasting rights, there's been a lot of speculation. Do you foresee pay-per-view sticking around, or are you open to the idea of, maybe one of the platforms stepping up and saying, we'll broadcast them all and doing away with pay-per-view?
Yeah, it's like what I said to him. It's usually, we do what the network, what works for the network, what do they want to do? Do they want to just put it on their air? Do they want to do pay-per-view? I don't know. Do they want to put it behind a paywall? I don't know. Tuesday, the window opens and we start talking to other networks. And we'll get more into that.
And then Verna Jandaroba tonight, 5 wins in a row now, the last 2 against former title challengers. And of course, we don't know what's happening with Weili. Is there any update on that? Is the thinking that maybe Shevchenko, is Verna gonna have to wait? She was concerned about the division being held up.
Yeah, I don't disagree with you. I don't know right now though. I'm not even thinking about that. But yes, huge win for her tonight. Yeah.
Thank you.
Yep.
Dana over here. Featherweight division's on fire right now. Obviously, has started by Jose Aldo. Conor McGregor's been here. Max Holloway. Now Volk just got his belt back. Who would you say is the featherweight GOAT?
That's so tough. I don't know. The rankings are so good, you should probably have them do it.
Diner at the back of your mic.
You done with me? Yeah.
I don't know more. If you're cool with it.
Go ahead.
Yeah, so The Ultimate Fighter Season 33 is coming out next month. What's the filming process been like, and has there been any drama? Are there any fighters that really excite you?
I don't know about any drama, but the fights are awesome. The fights have been awesome. Yeah. So, yes, sir.
Yeah, due to COVID and other reasons, Alex Volkanovski was never able to defend his belt at home. Now that he's the champ again, will you work with him to maybe let him have his first defense in Sydney, Australia?
I mean, you never. Everything's about timing and where we're planning on going this year already and all that stuff. But yes, we would love to do that for him.
That would be great. Good on you.
Thank you, sir.
Dana, right here.
Yep.
You just mentioned the rankings and John Silva. Any update on when the new meta rankings will be out?
We're working on it. No.
Thank you.
Yeah. We just announced the deal. We don't have the rankings ready yet.
Dana,
Yeah.
Ilya Topuria recently said that he was promised a title shot.
Who did?
Ilya Topuria
Okay.
at 155. Is that the case, or what's next for him at 155?
We're working on it. we got a lot of shit to do. Yeah. I mean, obviously, he's one of the biggest stars in the company. If we had something in plan, we would have announced that already.
And is there any update on potentially taking the UFC to Spain? Obviously, you mentioned he's
No, we're still working on that too.
also the UFC announced the booking of Manuel Cap versus Brandon Royval, and a lot of people are thinking that maybe that opens the door for Brandon Moreno to fight Pantoja at UFC Guadalajara. Is that
And
sort
you
of...
guys love to look deep into the future. I have no brother. We just finished this show tonight. I'm not even thinking about any of that stuff right now.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Dana over here.
Yeah.
Okay. You blessed us with an amazing card in Miami. In the future, could we see Power Slap come to Miami as well?
100%. Yeah. Sooner than later.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, Dana,
One more question.
Yeah.
How do you feel about the Miami crowd and energy tonight? Did you feel it met the UFC standard?
Did what?
I said, how do you feel about the Miami crowd and energy tonight?
Incredible. And what was the rest of the question?
Did it meet the UFC standard?
Did it?
Did it meet the UFC
Oh,
standard?
shit, it was insane in here tonight. Yeah, it was incredible. And again, I say this every time that I come here now. It's like Miami has turned into this incredible international destination. I didn't love Miami as much as everybody else did 15 years ago. Now, This city is off the charts. I mean, everywhere you go, it's buzzing. The restaurants are incredible. The shopping, it's just, this place has really turned into an incredible city over the last several years. And now we're 1, 2, and 3 here all time at the Kaseya Center, and the crowd, the fans, everybody. I mean, this is a place now, when we put on a fight here, we make sure that we build, a badass card, and people come from everywhere to Miami now to spend the weekend here. Yeah.
Thank you.
Can't say it enough.
Hey,
Go
Dan,
ahead, sir.
I'm from Brazil. There's what's the plan for Brazil this year with pay-per-views?
Yeah, we've been talking about, we're working on Brazil right now. We will be in Brazil, and we'll figure this thing out.
And how's Fight Pass Brazil going? Because I was a big supporter of it. I thought it was awesome to be able to measure our fighters when they fight, how many subscriptions you get and all that stuff. Is it something you guys gonna keep? Is it?
Yeah. Yes, absolutely. I mean, that's where we're on TV in Brazil. So yeah, we're gonna keep on doing it. Yes.
Last one.
And thank you.
Any plans for Power Slap in Brazil?
Yeah. Listen, I'm taking Power Slap everywhere too. It's gonna go everywhere.
I'm sure they'll love it. Thank you.
Thanks,
Last couple
sir.
questions.
Hey, Dana over here.
Yep.
So you mentioned Miami, and like 3 years in a row, it's just been outstanding here. And you've had President Trump here, and even the cabinet here tonight, some of his cabinet. Just what was that like? And just did it make it a little more challenging having him in the cabinet here, because it was a different situation from last year and the year before?
Well, when he first started coming, it made it challenging because we had never done it. Now it's a piece of cake. We work well together with Secret Service and law enforcement, and it goes pretty smooth. Other than some roads being shut down when people are trying to get here, but other than that, it's been very smooth. They're easy to work with, and he's such a huge fight man. He loves coming to the fight, so it's fun. I like when he comes.
And lastly for me, just what has it been like? UFC has just been killing it. WWE is killing it. What's it been like with this TKO group merger with you guys, and just everything's just going great right now?
Thank you, sir. Yeah, I agree with you. Everything is good right now, and yeah, it's been fun. We've been busy as hell. I've been home like 22 days since Christmas, but it's been good, really good. Thank you, sir.
Hello, Dana, right here.
Hi.
I've got only one question.
Yep.
You guys have been bringing the UFC in Paris 3 years in a row. Every single time you came, the crowd went crazy, maybe as the best in the world. Is it still a plan to come in September as you used to?
I think so. Yeah, you know what's crazy? I haven't been to Paris yet for a fight. I haven't made one of those fights, but he tells me it's amazing, and he's like, you have to come to the next Paris show. So the answer is yes, sir. We will be there this year.
Thank you.
Right.
Last one back there. Do you have one?
Anybody else?
Right there. Last one.
Yeah, Dana. With the fight night coming up in Azerbaijan in June, how are you handling some of the recent risks that are coming up there with some war threats with Armenia? And could this affect fighter safety and event logistics?
I don't think so. Obviously, if there was anything that was incredibly dangerous, we wouldn't do it. But
if that had to be rebooked, could we rebook it for Boston?
I'm not even thinking about rebooking it for Boston. We're gonna be going to Boston. We're doing it, and yeah, hopefully we can get to Boston this year too. I'll be there for the playoffs. Any other questions? Done? Good night, everybody. Thank you.
Thank you.